Welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. Pull up a bar stool and join us for a random conversation, guaranteed to make you think or your money back.
Hey guys, welcome to the Chris and Sam podcast. My name is Sam, and sitting across from me is Chris, and we make up the Chris and Sam podcast, which is good.
Hi, everybody.
What's been happening this week?
Everything.
Don't sound so depressed.
No. I mean, it's been a bit stressful with work.
Stressful for work, yes.
Yes, so I've gone from being the hero of the hour to the villain of the year.
I wouldn't say
don't know.
villain of the year. It's a bit melodramatic.
It is a bit melodramatic, but that's how it feels. So anyway, that's cool. So work's frustrating a wee bit, but I guess that's partly because we are down to the countdown for filming on Only Humane. So I've had a few dramas going there, some great things happening as well.
Excellent.
But today we're just over a week out. This is Friday, we're recording this. Following Saturday is going to be our first day of shooting,
Yep.
and this morning I spoke to our health and safety guy who can no longer help us out. So we're looking for a health and safety guy in the next week.
Yeah, they're not that important. What could go wrong?
Oh my God, we have so many things.
Yeah, I mean,
this
there's
shoot.
a kid in a ditch with a car crashing into it, things like that. Not a problem.
And we're rolling a car down the hill.
Oh, rolling the car, forgot about that.
Yeah. See, that's why you're not...
Jezza NZ, sorry, we're on Periscope, we'll talk about that in a second. He's waiting for the laugh, and then he can get back to work. There you go, Jezza. How's that? It's pretty nice and simple there.
That was...
You just have to say something, and
How...
it's like pushing a button. Sweet he says.
Who is
He
that?
Jezza. He is hanging out for the laughatchris.com. I need to pull finger and get that website built.
I don't believe anybody is hanging out for that website. I mean, seriously.
I will show you the stats of how amazing that laugh track goes.
Yeah, okay, whatever.
So we better talk about Periscope. We've been playing around with Periscope for a couple of days now.
Yep.
I initially didn't think it was anything at all to bother with. I just thought it was some other random thing. And
like Snapchat. Like, I never bothered with Snapchat.
Yeah, I never...
You did, though. You got in there and had a look.
Yeah, I'll get in there, have a look, but I'm not a heavy user.
Yeah.
Had to play around with it. And then finally... I managed to get another phone. That's good.
He's got a smartphone. Woohoo!
Yep, so I got Periscope on that. Check that out.
Thanks to our sponsor. Nobody bought him a phone.
No one
He
brought
bought
me
it.
a phone.
He bought it himself.
Yeah. That's no good. So that was all good. And played around Periscope. And it's basically... What's the easiest way to describe it, Chris?
So it's like Google Hangouts, but more interactive.
Yep, that's it. And
No, it's one way. It's a broadcast, so you're not really seeing the other person or anybody else.
No, you're just getting text.
Yeah. So you see text coming back to you, and you're live streaming something out.
Yep. So right now we've got 4 people watching.
So we're periscoping this episode recording.
Yeah, it's pretty good. We've periscoped Chris making dinner. Chris did one before with him playing with the cat.
My very first one on my own phone, because
Yep.
I just uploaded the app, so I had a little thing with the cat. So if you've got my personal Twitter address, you'll be able to see that on Periscope, because it saves it for a bit,
24 hours.
There you go. So by the time you've heard this, it'll have disappeared. But that's all good.
Good luck with that.
So anyway, so Periscope is pretty cool, and we're going to be looking and seeing how we can use it for a couple of different things.
Yeah, I think there's be interesting things possibly that you could do with it.
And before you even suggest it, there will be no tickling Periscope for the laugh of Chris. That's not going to happen.
I don't know. I reckon that could be the money maker right there, Chris.
A telethon. Pour in the donations now. We'll just keep tickling Chris for, 24 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, not at all.
We could raise money that way.
Well, yeah. Laugh of Chris is not going to raise money. You're going to have 1.5 viewers. It's going to be a total waste of your effort. How is your actual website working out? How is your...
I've been a bit sick the last couple of days, so the little piece of energy that I have every day, I haven't been using on the website. But it's looking good, what I've done so far.
Yeah.
So it's going in the right direction. So get in there.
So what's it called? Online
Opshopdirectory.co.nz.
Opshopdirectory.co.nz. Check it out. It will get better. Actually, before we leave the Periscope subject altogether, what about that guy? Sam's like, I'll show you the Periscope. It's really good. Look at this. Oh, here's a guy in the States.
I've been checking out a lot of people in the States and seeing what they've been up to. And all you have to do is mention you're from New Zealand and it blows their mind. First off, they have to think about it because if you just write NZ, they're not sure if that's a state. And then someone around them, usually their partner or someone, will be like, no, that's New Zealand. And then it's a big talk about Lord of the Rings, and they just go nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But Sam hands me over his iPad, and it's got some guys,
big face,
big face, big bushy beard and stuff, and he's staring like angrily at the screen, and then he looks to the side. So obviously somebody off screen. And he's going, "So what is this? Why are people even coming on here and looking at this? What did you call this thing? Periscope? What the hell is this? Who are these people? Why would they want to look at me?" And then Sam's on there. It's Web Sam. I'm from New Zealand. New Zealand? What the hell are you looking at me? I'm in the States. Are you some sort of pervert, Web Sam?
Yes. And I can honestly say no. So that was good.
That was hilarious. Are you some sort of pervert, Web Sam? I don't know. He gets that a lot, though.
No, not the pervert thing. More like homeless / are you trying to rob me?
He says in his hoodie with his... face pubes.
Face pubes.
Yeah, which the people on Periscope can see him stroking as we talk.
There's 4 people continuously watching this, so hi up there, whoever you are. I don't know where you're from. No one's. The only person that was talking was Jezza, and he wanted your laugh. So.
Oh man, jeez. Okay, so what else has been happening this week? Did you hear about the Dame Helen Mirran swearing on TV?
No, actually, that's the only thing out of that whole list I haven't heard about.
Oh, that was so funny. So I saw the article. I think it was Daily Telegraph in the UK. This is
recent, though, You're not
it's this week. This week.
Something else.
And so I'm like, oh, this must be terrible. She must have dropped the F-bomb. She's telling a story on BBC Morning TV.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and she's talking about, because I didn't realise she used to go out with Liam Neeson. They used to be an item.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I guess a while back, quite a while back. And she's talking about them going camping and they putting up a tent. And she basically said, it's pissing down.
Ooh, shocking.
And the host went nuts about, no, we got to, this is live. We can't. And she goes, what? I can't say that. It was raining heavily.
Yeah, I'm sure she's worse stuff in interviews.
Yeah, I was just going to say, to you, is pissing down, is that like a swear word?
No. Because they changed especially here in New Zealand a couple of years ago, they changed what they can say broadcasting. Like they can say the word shit now.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
Yeah, and they can say bugger because there was a question about that a while back.
Yeah, bugger's good. Shit's good. Don't know about you Periscope followers. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Periscope fellas are the only ones who can give us feedback, actually live.
I know, live feedback. So now there's only 3 of them because everyone's asleep in America, I'm thinking.
And I didn't laugh enough.
You didn't laugh enough, so you haven't kept them. You haven't engaged them.
Yeah, right.
The stats at the end will be like all sorts of crazy.
All good. So, but it was a serious headline. Like, it was like, she just totally ruined the, live TV interview, blah, 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 which is why I read it.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's why I added it on the list. I was like, really? You don't consider pissing pissing down in terms of talking about the weather?
No, not in the terms, no.
Yeah, in context.
I was pissing all over his face.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Yeah, that could be bad.
I need to go for a piss? Yeah.
A bit weird.
But it's weird. Pissing down outside? Nah.
That's interesting then.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Did you see the thing about the escalator in China?
Yes, I want to hear your take on it because I want to hear your take on it.
It's so for those that don't know what happened, they have a lot of these problems in China with escalators or lifts, apparently. Yep. And if you do go to China, think twice about going in a lift and be very on board your senses, be very ninja-like if you get on an escalator, by the sounds of it. So this woman was going up the escalator with her toddler son. I'm thinking about 2 years old or something like that.
Yep.
And the floor plate at the top of the escalator was loose.
Yes.
And had actually come off. And there were 2 attendants at the top of the escalator.
Yes.
And they yelled at her and said, "Stop, go back. However, the escalator is still going upwards, so she just stayed on the escalator, and as she got to the top, she fell into the hole. She managed to pass her child across to somebody else, whilst she was dragged by the escalator mechanics into the hole and died.
Yes. So,
it took 4 hours to get the body out.
Yeah, it'll take that long. So, like any news story, New Zealand media is slow to the mark. This was on Reddit 3 days ago, and they said, "Oh my God, look at this amazing woman! She saved her toddler from dying." And someone came back and said, "No, that's not actually what happened. She's a retard." So there's a sign at the bottom saying, "Do not use this escalator. It is faulty," and she ignored that sign. And if you watch the video clip, there's someone down the bottom of the escalator frantically running side to side. That's her husband, who read the sign and realised not to go. And she said, "No, stuff it. I'll just do it. I can just step over the bit that's broken."
Yeah, obviously she can't.
No, she can't. Now she's dead.
Yeah, so she's definitely not heroic. She's definitely on the retarded side of the scale. However, there were... I mean, you know where the buttons are to stop escalators, right?
Yeah, down the bottom near the foot thing.
We used to do that when I was a kid. I don't know about you, but when I was at school, that was the thing. We used to go up the escalator, bend over and switch it off and walk around the corner and just stand there and watch everybody. Because it'd all stop and all the grown-ups would be standing there and then they'd all look at each other and then they'd slowly start walking. We thought it was a great joke. I used to do that all the time.
Yeah, sounds like something you would do. And then there'd be some sort of hilarious laughing miles away.
No, I didn't laugh loudly then.
Didn't you? Was it like low pitched?
No, I kept it all. I
kept
it
bottled
internal.
up inside.
Yes.
Oh, is that why it's so intense now?
Yeah, it must be.
That explains a lot.
That explains so much.
The old New Zealand Transport Association's been in the news a lot in the last couple of days because they decided to try. I don't even know who came up with it. In Denmark or over there somewhere, they have a shared laneway for cyclists, and it's like got one lane in the middle for cars. And
a wider lane, yeah.
Yep, and then on either side it's marked red, and I think it is, and it was for cyclists. And the cars have to give way to cyclists, that's the rule, and it's in a low-speed zone, like 60 kilometres zone, I think it was, or 50k. So that's how it works overseas.
Yeah, I don't know how it works at all, to be honest with you, because there's not... You guys get this, and we'll try and put a photo on the show notes so you'll be able to see it. But there's only one lane for the cars in the middle. There's not one lane going each way. There's one lane. Yeah, so if cars are going in opposite directions, I don't quite know what they do. I guess they both go into the cycle lanes, killing any cyclists on either side of the lane.
You have to give way to cyclists. You just have to wait.
But
I don't know. You have to... the only place I could think of it actually working is that stupid shared walkway in Garden Place down the road in town.
Yeah, well, you don't need lines there at all.
I know, but that's the only place... So NZTA, in their wisdom, will go out to Cambridge because it's the home of champions. That's their catchphrase. Everyone likes cycling there. And what we will do, we'll put it in a 100k zone to confuse everyone. And we'll... They
didn't. It wasn't... Was it a 100k zone?
Yeah, well, they dropped it to 60 or something, but I don't think they had much signage, so everyone was confused because it just happened overnight. They just drew the lines and wiped out the middle line, and everyone's like, well, what's going on? Like, they hadn't told anyone. No one knew.
Because if I turned a corner and that was like that, I would assume it's a one-way street, but I wouldn't know which way it's going.
Exactly. So anyway, the big complaint, everyone, there's a good story I'll link to about some guy saying, man, that person's head should roll. They shouldn't be in the council. And the next day it got reverted back to normal. Yeah. So it makes no sense. So anyway, once you see the photo, you'll completely understand why that's so...
I still want somebody to explain how that's supposed to work because it makes no sense to me.
Yeah, there is it does sort of describe how it works overseas, but it still didn't make much sense.
Yeah, I read it. It didn't make any sense to me at all. Yeah. Anyway, cyclists, they're disposable, I think. So, whatever.
It's a bit rough. Cyclists aren't disposable. What? Oh,
bloody lycra. Yeah, no, I'm just saying that for the notoriety. I don't really mean that.
Bloody post haste. I'm not going to read what I wrote in the note, but
yeah, he used an interesting tards word.
Yeah, I did. They're doing my head in yet again. So I've been waiting on a prop to turn up for this film.
What are we waiting for?
A prop. And I rang up the people who I'd brought it from, and I said, "Where is it?" And they said, "Oh, hang on." Actually, their computer system was a bit crap. So anyway, on the order form on the website, it just kept saying processing. And the woman says, oh, no, it always says that. It doesn't change. Okay. She said, yeah, once it does processing, we get it and then we send it to you. She goes, we sent it on the 27th. And it just, look up on the courier for you. Oh, it's waiting for the next cycle. Oh, it's been doing that for the last 4 days. My God. It's because I don't know, he doesn't...
Sam is lost for words.
I want to
He's
swear,
trying
actually.
not to swear. I could tell. I
Yeah.
can see the twitching.
Yeah, the
and so
twitching.
can the people on Periscope.
Yeah, there's only 2 now. Hey.
Yeah, did you name this Periscope discussion Twitchy, Sam?
No, latest episode of the Chris and Sam podcast. Apparently, no one
cares.
is checking out New Zealand. But so I told her you have to tell him to come up the stairs, leave it in front of the ranch slider, like he has done a couple of times before. But I think he's lazy, to be honest. I think he comes down the street and he overshoots the mark.
Yeah,
because he's like, oh, here we go, because our numbering's a bit weird, eh? So it's like, oh, where's the number? Oh, I've gone past it. I'm not going to turn around.
Yeah.
So.
Or there's no park, so he can't be.
Yeah, I know. He can't
bothered.
park in the driveway. It's too hard.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward. Hopefully the dude's going to turn up soon.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. No, and I should have my stuff delivered to my PO box from China at some point because now my PO box is
You sorted that out with
reinstated.
New Zealand Post?
Yeah, not to my satisfaction, but it's sorted out, I guess. So it's working again.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, that's all
So-
right. Let's not be negative Nancy's on this one.
Nancy's.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, so we had something else.
Would you go to New Zealand's first cat lounge? I'm just trying to find out if they've met their target. I can't remember if they did or not.
Oh, yeah, because it would have closed by now. So we had a Kickstarter dropkick, but it might be a bit late because it might have actually finished. And it was New Zealand's first cat cafe, yes.
I honestly thought it was a cafe you could take your cat to, which I thought was completely weird.
Oh, yeah, but it is.
No, it's more that they've got cats that you can pat and hang out with. The cats live there.
Yeah, no, it splits into 2. And the food and the coffee
It didn't
is
say
separate.
anything about bringing your own cat, though.
No, you don't bring your own cat.
No, that's what I thought was so weird about it to begin with. That's what I'm saying. Listen to what I said.
Don't you know what a cat cafe is?
No, I wouldn't have a clue. Because it's stupid.
I'm just laughing because Sam doesn't swear and he's giving me crap all the time because I swear and he's just lost it over the cat cafe. No,
How do you know about a cat cafe?
I lived with Tash for a long time.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and Heather, to be fair. And so Heather and Tash educated me on cat cafes a while back. A year
But
ago
obviously,
or so.
where are they big? They must be big somewhere
Japan.
else. Oh, okay. Japan.
Japan, they're really big, and I think that's where they started. Japan and or places near that, and then I think it's in the US and stuff now.
Yeah, so they met their goal. They
did do?
They want 35,000. They got 36,000.
Yeah, but wasn't there 4 people put in $5,000 or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like
that sounds a bit dodgy.
I was going to say a Carl Lush monster move there.
Carl Lush wants to move. He'll just go,
I'll just nudge this over the line, just check in. See, they probably had $1 bet on it, and so they're like, it's not about the money, it's about winning, so I'll just put 5,000 and win that $1 bet, yeah.
Yeah.
People are going, if you haven't heard the Chris and Sam podcast for a while, you may be wondering what the hell we're talking about. Basically, a while back, we had a Kickstart Dropkick competition. We put a bet on with a guest on the show, Carl Lushmonster Hartley, and it was a Madonna tattoo book, and it got funded.
It didn't look like it was going to because they only had...
There was no way it was going to get funded.
Yeah, it was a book of Madonna fans that had tattoos.
Yeah, and the only level you could put something through at was $75 or something.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
that was it. That was it. $75.
And you get a bunch of badges for that.
Yes, it was real crap.
And it was like, this is the most ridiculous thing ever. That's never going to happen. And Carl said, yes, it will. And we had a bet on it, and it did. And we still think Carl bought most of the books.
Yeah, somehow he rigged that. He's probably still paying off those books and waiting for delivery.
And waiting for his $1, because we haven't paid him yet.
No, the other New Zealand one on Kickstarter I've been following lately, and it's because Cat's been involved with it. It was a taco truck in your kitchen.
A what?
A taco truck in your kitchen. Basically, there's a taco truck in Auckland.
Yeah.
It's called the Lucky Taco, and they've been voted by. Can't can't even see it here. What's all this crap?
They've been voted by somebody.
They've been voted by somebody as one of the best food trucks in the world.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So that person is influential, that one person that voted.
Yeah. So they want to put together some taco kits that you can buy from the supermarket that are fresh, and store it in your fridge because it's thing. So anyway, they have got 69 hours to go, and they needed $100,000, and they cracked it at $102,621.
All right. Okay.
So it'd be pretty good.
Have you seen the bomber bags and parachute cords and survival gear?
Is this on Kickstarter?
It's on Kickstarter at the moment. I was looking at BOMBER, bomber. They have got ages to go. I think they were after 45 grand. They were over 100,000.
Is that the paracord keychain?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that thing.
Yeah, that's the one.
What
are they at the moment?
They got 14 days to go. They are 3,140% funded, so they've got $314,000.
Wow!
I actually must have seen this when it first came out.
Because I was tempted about getting
I'm tempted of getting one too.
The keychain and stuff. I was like, wow, that's really cool, and it wasn't a bad price. It was a good price.
Yeah, it seemed good.
And it was free shipping anywhere in the world, which is obviously, if you're in New Zealand, is a big deal because there's so many things that it's like, fund us $10 and you get this $10 T-shirt and pay $20 for delivery.
Oh, right. So they kickstarted the most successful bag ever.
Yeah. So, but the bag's included in there, which I thought was pretty good. So if you go up to the higher levels, you can get the bag as well. Sense. So they're using their previous Kickstarter.
That's what you
to
need.
Help.
Somewhere along the lines, we've just lost that piece of recording. I don't know what happened.
What did we have some technical difficulties apparently?
Yeah, we do.
Are we recording now?
We are recording now. Somewhere, I don't know if I must have touched something. I was looking at it and I'm like, it's not recording. Better press record. But we got 22 minutes of stuff. I don't know what we don't have. I think it was just that last little bit when we were talking about...
I think it's your sleeve hitting the space button, which would be a pause start, maybe?
Yeah, maybe. Shocking. Bloody podcasting for beginners. Actually, talking about podcasting... So, Nope, you need to check out. It's two magnets and a piece of tape, and they made a lot of money. And the gist of that story was they started off with really technical products, and they built on that, and they got more and more Kickstarters, and then they ended up with...
But they got simpler and simpler. They got more money, and it became a simpler idea. Until next time, it'll be just like a roll of duct tape, and I'll go, this is a do-it-yourself anything kit.
Yeah.
And we're funding for $2 million.
Yeah, and we'll just do it in any colour you want as long as it's grey.
Yeah.
So, but talking about podcasting, I guess, how would I say the king of podcasting? No, it's a bit harsh, isn't it? Is that full? Is that warranted?
He's
very big influencer.
Big influencer.
Especially in the US. And he's got a lot of people into podcasting, so... Kevin Smith is actually coming to New Zealand,
aka Silent Bob.
Yep. But
he does actually talk apparently on his podcast. It's good. Not the Silent Bob one.
It sounds like they've tacked it on to the. Oh look, Amber's joined. Hi Amber. They've seemed to have tacked it on to the Australian leg of his tour, I think, and he's coming over for a one-man, one-only show. So
yep.
There's a whole bunch of us going to that.
Yep, so 7 of us from Hamilton going up to see that, and a number of us podcasters going to catch up with them.
Yep, that's the plan.
I mean, go to the show together.
Go to the show and then...
if we can wangle something, we might be able to do something.
Hang around uncomfortably at the end like
we do. Like only podcasters can.
Only podcasters can, with a whole bunch of microphones and other crap that no one else will be carrying around.
Yeah. We just join the media scrum.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see how many people turn up and what it'll be like. And
well, I think they sold out really quick.
It'd be interesting to see what other media he appears on. I assume he'll be doing some TV spots, maybe?
I honestly don't know. But it was funny because they had major issues with the ticket tech, and I was talking to Adam about it last night. And, he said, within the tickets went on sale at 9:01, there were already things going, on Facebook going, I've missed out, I can't get in. But apparently the ticket thing stuffed up and they closed it all down and they reopened it and then it sold.
Yeah.
But so
they always do that. I reckon they've got the shadiest system in the world.
Yeah.
Just strung together with some bits of string and stuff.
Oh yeah, Oompa Loompa in there just typing everything in.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could just imagine them too. Oh, we got this guy Kevin Smith. He's here. Yeah, right. Well, we'll put that on at 9 o'clock, and then there'd be like all this demand and like, who the hell is this Kevin Smith guy? I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
So anyway, but it's a standard New Zealand thing, I would say.
Probably. So that'll be great. And with that, I think we've almost come to the end of the podcast.
Yep.
Make sure to check us out on Facebook. We've been posting a bunch of stuff there.
Yeah.
If you're a Facebook user.
If you're a Facebook user, definitely like our Facebook page. That'd be most appreciated.
The Chris and Sam podcast. You'll find us there.
Yep. The one with the light bulb heads, not the hot tub.
Yeah. Don't look at the hot tub people.
Yeah. There's another Chris and Sam podcast. That
doesn't exist anymore.
Started years before us, and they're on Facebook with two guys in a hot tub.
So we need more followers to outdo them.
Because we don't want people searching and finding them. Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway. And otherwise you can, of course, see us on Twitter and now Periscope by looking at Chris and Sam Pod. At Chris and Sam Pod. And of course, you can go to thechrisandsampodcast.com, and that's where you'll see the show notes and what's not there.
All the old episodes, which you probably should check out. So we're randomness, technology, and life. You never know what we're going to talk about. Actually, we don't know half the time what we're going to talk about. So it's sort of like a mixed bag of goodness.
Goodness. Yeah, that's the word I'd use. Goodness.
Anyway, I have to go because I'm about to go have some lunch and then I have to go to work.
Yes, and I have to have some lunch and go back to work.
Yeah. Apparently Chris has a job. It's hard to tell though.
Yeah, my boss might be listening to this.
Yeah, imagine if he was. So anyway, until next time, I'm Sam.
And I'm Chris.
Thanks for listening.
See ya. Bye.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Make sure to subscribe and we'll catch you next week. Don't forget to tell your friend.